afternoon. I'm Sunflower, getting ready for a solar eclipse today. Going to do a little feminine yoga flow, embrace the energy, bringing everything outwardly with us today. Enjoying my back deck and hitting the reset button. We're going to go into Balasana, child's pose first. And take a couple of deep breaths, waking up our Ujjayi breath, finding what feels good. Finding some calmness in our day, remaining present in the moment, and breathing. Right here, we have the opportunity to hit the reset button, let go of energy that connected to us during the early morning hours, finding that sweet space, connecting back to our heart center. Come up into a tabletop. We're going to flex and do a little cat-cow with our breath. Dome your back. Release it like a lion's breath. And breathe. Embracing it. One more. Now we're going to rock forward with our torso and backwards. Just making sure we wake up our wrist and put a little weight on them. Do a little free movement here. You can go from left to right and from right to left. And then you can go from forward to back, just doing some audible movements, whatever feels good here. Waking it up, becoming present. Learning that your breath is always your anchor, always there to support you, always there to guide you back to you. If you find yourself lost in thought during this practice, come into a seated position, easy pose. If you find yourself lost in thought, take a deep in-breath. That's your anchor to return back to the present moment, back to your mat, back to connecting with you. Bring your hands all the way to the sky. Now twist it all the way over to the left. Grabbing that left outer knee with your right hand, and your gaze will be over your left shoulder. Take 3 good breaths here. Embracing our feminine energy. Embracing all that love for us today. Bring your gaze back forward and fold out of this. Now take your awareness and your lengthening your spine and torso all the way up. Now take it to the right side. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. You're breathing. Bring your gaze back forward. Now I want you to take your left foot, keep it inward towards your sit bones, and take your right foot just on the other side of your left knee. We're going to embrace this, and we're going to take our torso and twist it all the way to that upper knee that's up, and then grabbing onto that knee with our left elbow or hand, and our gaze will be over that right shoulder. And with each in-breath, we twist in this. Now reverse out of this. You can lean backwards. Put your right foot close to your sit bones and your left foot just on the other side of that knee. Just finding that space. Lengthen your spine right here. And twist it all the way over to the left this time. Anchoring on the outer edge of that knee, and your gaze will be over this left shoulder. These gentle tugs and twists actually help hug and love our inner digestive tract. and give us that little gentle guide that we need to be able to move our bodies every day and connect our minds and our souls as one. Bring your gaze back forward. Unwind out of this. Now coming into a tabletop, you can curl your toes under right here and push your sit bones all the way up to the sky. I want you to pedal it out, finding what feels good here. Breathing. No holding your breath. Drop your head down in between your hands. Find some stillness. Now we're going to take baby steps all the way to the top of the mat. Drop your heads down. Come up halfway. Now drop your head all the way back down. And roll up all the way to the sky. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Bring your hands down to your prayer center heart, Anjali Mudra. And breathe. Now, little hand in motion here. Bring your right hand all the way up and like a qigong and a motion in prayer here. Take it all the way around to the other side. Now take your left hand all the way up and bring it all the way to the other side, rounding it over. Today we're going to awaken that inner healer inside of all of us and celebrate the most beautiful teacher there ever was, the one that exists inside of you. Take your hands all the way to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Reverse your hands. Now take your stretch all the way over to the right side body. Breathing. Feeling that whole side body, feeling that embrace, feeling that connection. Come back up, taking it over to the left side. Breathe in, focusing on you. Come back up, release your fingertips down by your side. Right now, I want you to just step your right foot back. You're going to come up into a crescent lunge. You're going to sink down into this, pop up on that right heel. Your heel will be off the mat. And just embrace your lunge here. Breathing, focusing on you and this beautiful energy that you're receiving today. Come back up. Bring your heel in a little bit from the back. Line it up from heel to heel. Take your left hand out. Extend it, palms facing the sky. Lean out. Now take it down. We're going to go into triangle here. Your right hand will extend to the sky. And you're focused on your breath here. Breathe. Bring your right hand down to meet the left. Now look out about 2 or 3 feet to the left side. Pop that right foot up. Anchor with that left hand. Breathe into that. And focus. Now you bring your right foot down to meet your left. Forward fold. Halfway up. And then back down. Now I want you to rise all the way up into Tadasana. Mountain pose. Bring your hands down to your heart. Take a good deep breath. Have gratitude for your space today. And for showing up for yourself. And breathe. Knowing that we look outwardly in our lives for all the answers. Today, I want you to know that you have everything you'll ever need locked up inside of you. Each time you connect to yourself, you're going to feel it. Take your left foot and just step it back. Heel toe that right foot out if you need space here. We're just going to find that crescent lunge on the left side and breathe into this. Spacious awareness here of the knowing and the being. Breathing, focusing on you. Now we're going to just straighten our right leg, bring our left foot up, just about a half inch, set it down, align our heels. Take your right hand out, extend it outward. Now take it down towards that right ankle. And we're going to come into a triangle here, focusing on our breath, breathing. Your gaze can be down or it can be up. You choose. Find your body's edge today. Find your feminine energy today. Embrace it. Flow it. Bring your gaze all the way back up. Now we're going to look out maybe an inch to the right side of our mat. Place our hand down and pop that left leg up for some little balance here. You can extend that left arm to the sky. Breathing. Focusing on you. Just a little feminine stretch here. Now take that left foot down to meet right. Forward fold. Halfway up. Now I want you to take your hands all the way to the mat. Take your feet back to a full body plank and just bring it on down. Baby cobra, twist to the left. Bringing it back down and twist to the right. Now I want you to meet me in Balasana, child's pose. Find your breath. Find that space for yourself. Give some gratitude for what you just did. Come back up into tabletop. Pop your left leg back. Point your toes towards the mat. And extend your right hand towards the front of the mat. And breathe. Balancing sunbird here. 1, let's crunch. Bring it inward, expanding it outward. 2, 1 more. 3, power of 3. Now reset. Take your right foot back, left foot full, left hand forward. And find your set point here. And let's crunch 3 times. Allow your breath to move the way. 1, 2, 3. Great job. Now we're going to bring our knees forward, coming down to our sit bones. We're going to do a seated forward fold. Keep it a micro bend in your knees. Take a deep in-breath. Let it go like a lion. Take your arms, extend them all the way to the sky. Take it all the way down to the mat. Grab your feet, grab your toes, grab your shins, your ankles, whatever you can today. And be there. With each in-breath, allow that fold to go a little deeper. Come back up. Breathe. Come all the way down to the yoga mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big old bear hug. rock from side to side. Find what feels good right here. Release your arms like a stadium. Drop your knees all the way over to the right. Breathing into this, focusing. Come back up. Reset your knees into your chest. And then drop them down on the left side. You can take your left hand and just place it above your right knee for a little extra weight and love. Finding what feels good in our body. Bring your knees back up. Drop your left knee all the way to the end of your yoga mat. Take your right knee and place it just on the other side of that left leg. Just breathe. Your gaze can be over this right shoulder. If that feels good to you, take it. Just showing up for ourselves today. Finding some calmness in our day. Finding that reset button. So we're not so reactionary in life. And we can find our space back to our heart before we respond in life. Take your left knee back over to the right side. Your gaze can be over your left shoulder. And breathe. These little cognitive tools of showing up for yourself, stretching a little bit, it helps reset your central nervous system. It helps connect you back to your authentic person and you. Before you were taught who you were not, so you can find out who you are. Take the journey of self. Bring your knees back into your chest. And now take your feet as wide as the yoga mat and palms to face the sky. Shavasana. Stay here as long as your day allows. And breathe. Relax into this. Come up to a seated position, if that feels good to you. My prayer for you today is clarity of thought. Come to your mouth for thoughtlessness of speech and your heart for compassionate heart. Namaste. Thank you for allowing me to lead you today.